Org banks are now a thing in Star Citizen. Well, sort of. Welcome back, Alphas. In this video, you'll see how to create a de facto org bank in the persistent universe. So hold orbit. If you've played Star Citizen recently, you're probably already familiar with one type of shared inventory, these ship boxes, or the small boxes you can purchase at a kiosk. Players can share items through these boxes, but they're not really the best candidate for an org bank. But has anyone noticed that many ships now have external storage? Wait, what? Yeah, my org mate De La Rosa pointed out a new feature that no one is talking about. We found that in the 318 tech branch, which includes the 319 build, players can access certain shared inventories. Yeah. You know how that if you stash gear on my Carrack, for example, you can only see that inventory, you can't see mine? Well, now there are new inventories that can be shared between players. Now there's a hidden wall plate in the Carrack here that you can access holding F for the inner thought system. Note that the inventory does not say Anvil Carrack. Instead, it's labeled external storage. That's how you know it's shared with others. Now check this out. I placed items in the shared inventory. Anyone can walk up and access it, provided the ship isn't locked, I presume. But you tell me in the comments if you can lock people out of it. I just haven't tried yet. So here you can see my org mate removing the items from the shared storage that I put there, and he's equipping the gear. Conversely, he can place some of his items in the shared inventory, and any of our org mates can gear up using this as a de facto org bank. So far, we found a few ships that have shared storage lockers now. The Anvil Pisces Medical, right here in the locker.
The luxurious 300 series by Origin Jumpworks provides you with a spacious locker conveniently located to act as your wardrobe away from home. Take home with you. See your local Origin Jumpworks dealer for details.
And in the Drake Cutlass, here on the wall. And like you saw, to the left of the med bed in the Anvil Carrack. So dig around for hidden panels in your ship and let us know in the comments below which other ships now have shared storage, because I'm real excited to learn what options we have these days. There's even shared storage in major landing zones under the hospital beds. Although anyone who respawns in that hospital can steal any gear that's stored there, so I wouldn't use that as an org bank, obviously. The way I see it, with today's game mechanics, we have three main ways to actually maintain an org bank. 1. Easy mode. Load up a big ship's shared storage with gear for the org, and leave that ship in dry dock, never fly it. And when someone needs to gear up, someone spawns the org bank ship. Any players in party go to that hangar, they enter the ship on their own, grab whatever gear they need out of the org bank, and then the owner just stores the ship. Number 2, medium difficulty. Load up gear onto a ship on someone's alt character and keep that alt bedlocked out, like in deep space or planetside, until you need to empty the coffers. Then have party members fly to your iron bank, gear up, and then fly away. The owner of the alt bed logs out the bank character and then logs back in onto their main character to rejoin the fun. Number 3, hardcore mode. Load up a ship, or 3 ships just to be safe, with the org bank loot, and then practice for death of a spaceman, and actually fly those babies around the verse, getting in combat, escaping from pirates, repairing, trying to survive, practice escorting and protecting the bank ship, risking losing it all, like me.
I'm dump firing a torpedo at you, Clutch. Please don't hit the Carrack.
Oh, did it hit the Carrack?
Oh, you did.
Oh no, is it dead?
It's dead.
Oh no.
That was a dump fire. What are the odds?
No. All of a sudden, it becomes a recovery mission to salvage what you can from, let's call it, a bank failure event.
I made a big mistake.
One day, we'll have a 4th option. We just need to be able to get back into the same shard or have the servers meshed. And once that's online, an org could go full-on Chadwick, DayZ style. They could park a soft death ship hidden deep in the woods somewhere, fill it with gear. It's persistent. anyone online could use it as a bank, provided they know how to get back to that secret location, of course. And that's why this is not an option in Star Citizen 3.19. We don't have a reliable way to get back to the same server shard if no friends are currently on that shard. So until then, we can quickly share inventory with party members without having to drop items all over the ground and then pick them up manually. And with the advent of these shared inventories, we can actually have an org bank if we so choose, albeit it's not as fleshed out as other games. I view this new addition to Star Citizen as a way to save time. It's an easier way to gear up several players before org events and in-game events, more so than an org bank solution, which really relies on the banker players being online to be effective in this implementation. But before the event, a few players just log in, donate items to fill each team's bank with gear. I recommend gear picked up from running bunkers because it's free loot. And then as players respawn in their team's Carrack during the event, they have gear available and they can just access it immediately without the need for a team's quartermaster. Typically, the owner of the ship drags and drops items from their inventory for people, just dropping boxes everywhere. Now we can avoid that, and it's even faster than the old way of blowing up a ship to create a ship box to use as shared inventory. Next login, check out your ships and see if they have an external storage locker, maybe hidden on the wall, that's shared with other players. Then come back here and let us know what other ships people posted about as well. And if you found this video helpful, share it to your favorite Discord, tap that like. Then we'll know to make more tips, tricks, and org workarounds.
Oh no! Terrible.
It's okay. It's okay.
He's like, wait, you guys are all worried about the gear. I died here.
Are there
You guys
monsters?
blew up the Carrack with all the stuff on it.
I made a big mistake.